We've all experienced COVID hair, and I'm sure you will agree none of us want to go through that again. But you don't have to sacrifice good hair days just because you're traveling in your RV. RV hair, don't care, hats are great, but I don't want to wear them every day. Lucky for me, I've trained my cosmetologist to do my hair. But what are you going to do while you're on the road traveling? How do we find a skilled cosmetologist or barber while traveling in our RV? Today, I'm going to share with you some tips on what you should look for and what you should ask so you can find yourself a great cosmetologist. My first tip. You've got to find the locals. My suggestion is to go to a mall or a local eatery. You'll always see people out and about or working, and if you find someone that you like their haircut, compliment them. Even if it's not a style that you personally would wear, but you think, wow, somebody did a really great job, compliment them. Ask them, who does your hair? The locals will be your best advertisement. They will tell you who's good and who's not good.
Hey, hold on here. I gotta clear the air here. You out there looking at me, if ever you say this to the public that I do this kind of stuff, I will deny it, okay? I just wanted to clear the air up. I do not do this. It's a imagination that's going on here.
Not only is he a diesel mechanic, he's a hairdresser. Yes, I can actually charge for his services. Tip number 2, Google the salons in the area and read the reviews. This is the situation where if someone gets a good haircut, they're probably not going to write a bad review. So if they're writing a bad review, chances are in this situation, it really wasn't a great haircut. If you've had a bad haircut, put it in the comments below. I want to know, how long did it take for you to grow out that haircut? While reading that review, make sure to keep in mind that there might be 1, 2, 3 stylists in the salon. If they're putting down the whole salon, I don't know. I kind of think somebody might be making something up, but read the reviews. If you've got a certain stylist and she's getting a lot of really good reviews, that might be one to call. So just keep track of the good and bad reviews for the salons that you are Googling. Now it's time to call that salon. You've scoured their website, you know who to ask for, you know the type of stylist they have. First thing I would ask for, I would call and say, I'd like to make an appointment with your master stylist, Elisa. Salons have apprentice, they have stylists, and they have master stylists. Master stylists are those stylists that have been in the field for a while. They've proved their artistic ability to create amazing hair. They've probably taken a lot of extra seminars to learn different techniques. That's who you want. You need to ask specifically for a master stylist or someone who's been in the field for a while. An apprentice is there to help do your shampoos and your blow dries. Your stylist, they've been working in the salon for a while, but they're creating their craft and they are probably really good at what they do, so don't discount them also. But your master stylist, now they've proved to be master of their technique. As we say, not all stylists are created equal. Just like doctors, they have a title, every body is different and every head of hair is different. If you have the time, you could also just make an appointment for a shampoo blow dry. And during that appointment, you can actually be quizzing this stylist on the amount of years she's worked, what she's done for extra seminars. And maybe if you feel comfortable, you can say to her or him, can we just do the haircut today? That would be a great start. Number 4. Do not, and I repeat, do not say that you are traveling through the area. Oh no, that is huge. When you call the salon and you say that you're traveling through the area, you may just end up with someone who's just trying to build their clientele because they're straight out of school. Now, I'm not saying that people that are straight out of school can't be good at what they're doing, but I can tell you from years of experience that we learn 10% of what we're going to know in school and 90% is out there in the field practicing. Do you want someone practicing on you? I can tell you, if you're a cosmetologist, in the comments below, tell me the horror story that you'll never forget of when you just graduated and did one of your first big mess ups. We all have one. My poor grandmother, she was my guinea pig. She wanted a perm. Oh, she got a perm all right. I made the mistake of cutting her hair first. It was so dang short that when I put the perm rods on, I was basically using toothpicks. She had tiny itty bitty curls. What could curl? So believe me, she lived with that haircut for a while and she never let me live it down, but she did let me continue to do her hair, thankfully. Number 5, don't ever say you'll take anyone. Anyone? Really? Kind of like going to the doctor. You'll just walk in and say, I'll just take anyone? No, you definitely don't want to say that. And like I said, don't say traveling through the area. But if you say, I'm new to the area, then they're going to want to put you with someone who's building their clientele. Maybe she answered the phone and she's thinking, yes, I've got a new client. If you're driving around the area and you're searching for that salon, what kind of a neighborhood are you in? Are you in a ritzy neighborhood? Are you in a rundown strip mall neighborhood? Whatever neighborhood you're in, you're going to find exactly what you either want or don't want. You want a good stylist or possibly a bad one. I would suggest walking into those salons because it's going to tell you a lot. Do they decorate nice? Are the people friendly? Do they look like people that you'd want cutting your hair? It is going to say a lot. So make sure that you feel out the surrounding areas that you are in.
So you guys who are envious, you just had to find yourself a wife that was a hairdresser. That would have been simple.
If you decide to walk in off the street, a couple of things that you might want to consider doing. I would look at all of the inventory, check out the shampoos, all of the products, and feel out the salon. People are going to be chit-chatting. You're either going to hear a lot of nice chatter that feels like creative atmosphere, or it's going to give you the feeling that maybe you should run, go somewhere else, go to the next salon. Were you pleasantly greeted? Did they acknowledge you the minute you came through the door and let you know, hey, we'll be with you in just a minute? That's always a nice feeling, knowing that you're greeted nicely. The decor tells a lot about a place. If they're not putting money into their decorations, chances are the salon really isn't doing that great to begin with. I would run. Being in a positive atmosphere, it allows creativity to happen when you're getting a haircut, because you never want to hear, oops. Make sure you ask questions. You want to talk to that stylist. You want to ask them, how long have they been doing hair? Do they like what they do? Do they enjoy all their clients? Do they take seminars to learn techniques that maybe people are going to want when they come into the salon? You know, the balayage and all those fancy names. If they're learning to do that, they probably really love what they do. If that stylist suggests that they can cheapen the haircut by not washing your hair, run, because every great hairstyle starts with a fresh head of hair. So you've got to wash the hair first before you actually cut it, so you can get a nice crisp cut and it's going to look beautiful in the end. If it's cheap, you better run. Nobody wants that cheap haircut. You can get that during COVID, right? You can do it yourself. Who cut their own hair during COVID? In the comments below, I want to know, because like me, I thought I was never going to see a human again. So I did. I actually cut my own hair and I let him cut the back. Yes, I did. Typically, he's just my colorist, but I trusted him to cut the back of my hair. We all thought we'd never come out of quarantine, but we did. But now's the time to find those good hairstyles while we're traveling on the road. Now, don't discount the stylists that have a salon in their home. You know how I feel about that? Listen, my bestie, Missy, she has a salon in her home. She calls herself the dinosaur of hair. What's great about those dinosaur hairdressers? They've been around the block a few times. And if they can afford to have a salon in their home, that means they've built a clientele. They didn't build a clientele by doing bad hair. They built it by doing good hair. So don't discount that. Definitely, if you've got someone in that area that you're RVing in and they have a salon in their home, I would definitely check it out, and I would give them a call and see what they have to offer. So you've pulled into the RV resort, and many stylists, like myself, the hairapist. Yes, the hairapist. That's therapy for men and women's hair. There's many of them that are in RV resorts. They're mobile. Ask the resort, go to the office and ask if you happen to have somebody who's there on the premise who does hair. And if they're good, you want to make sure to ask them those questions. Remember what I said about locals? They will tell you the truth, good or bad.
If not, find a good dog groomer in your sight.
So it's time for me to finish up this haircut because my timer's up. Actually, my timer went off about 5 minutes ago. Well, maybe 10, but who's counting? I'm not going to explode. But at the same time, it's time to get this color off my head. So stay tuned so you can see if my colorist did a good job. You be the judge. How do we look? Did he do a good job? Nice haircut in the RV. I hope these tips have helped you to prevent bad hair days along your journey. And remember, it's not about the destination, it's all about the journey.